Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. Co-chair of the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, Keith Duncan, says if Jamaica intends to keep interest rates low, it must prove it can maintain its current fiscal position. Mr. Duncan was speaking today at EPOC's quarterly press briefing. With interest rates hovering at all-time lows and demand for credit increasing, there are concerns about how low the Bank of Jamaica is willing to go with regards to its rate offered to deposit-taking institutions on overnight placements. EPOC co-chair Keith Duncan says it's all conditional.
But if we are to keep our interest costs at current levels, even with some inflationary pressures, we're going to have to ensure that Jamaica remains, our fiscal position remains sustainable, and that the will to manage our fiscal affairs and our fiscal profile is demonstrated to the international markets in a significant way.
He argues that interest rates will remain where they are, barring any unforeseen shock.
The day that international markets and domestic institutional investors and even retail investors begin to believe that we're not going to maintain that fiscally credible path, that is the day when interest rates would start moving in another direction.
Meanwhile, Mr. Duncan says although inflation is uncertain, he expects things to stabilize in the medium term.
Yes, inflation is a risk. Yes, we have seen the bounce in commodity prices, right? But this is all a balancing act. And yes, could inflation bounce out to that 4%, 6% range for a quarter or two? Maybe. However, we do expect that over time, things will normalize.
Currency trading ended today with the US dollar selling for $149.79. The Canadian dollar is going for $125.14. The pound closed at $213.15, while the euro is being sold for $184.22. On the stock market, the JC index lost 257 points today, while the junior market index declined 17 points. Among the winners were KLE Group, Margaritaville Turks, Cargo Handlers, Supreme Ventures, and Caribbean Producers Jamaica. On the losing side were MPC Caribbean Clean Energy, Iron Rock Insurance, Epley 8.75%, Preference Shares due 2023, Palace Amusement, and Lasco Financial Services. And that's the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. Good evening.